Anjali Vanta Anjali Vanta Anjali Vanda Anjali Vanda. Before I will invite Most Venerable Sayadaw Bhaddanta Wirosana to give Dhamma talk and give advice you all. Yesterday, Most Venerable interviewed you all concerning the progress of doing meditation. Most Venerable might know more everything the way you have practiced so far and give advice in order to let you all improve the way to practice meditation more effectively. The thing I would like to tell you, 10 years ago, I have been practice meditation with Most Venerable and taking time to be in Muitau Kamadana, Thailand, Myanmar. At that time, I practice meditation is not just to get outer palinya, because I'm so suffer, because doing, I work too hard at our university. I got disease, diabetes and heart disease. The reason why I ask myself, if I still to work hard like this, it's not so long I might be die because of this. I ask myself all the time, I still be a monk or not? If we are monk, we should be happy with everything we try to do. We work too hard at our university, but we still suffer. It's the reason why when I ask myself, I try to find out mindfulness master in order to follow Mahasatipatthana as my master taught me so far. I learned from Most Venerable Prakru Bhavana Sara Bandit. Then he led me to practice meditation with Most Venerable. When I was practice meditations in there, I learned a lot from Most Venerable. Until now, I still thank Most Venerable who inspire me, motivate me to practice meditation. I do hope that you all will have a chance to learn the way to practice meditation from Most Venerable, who try to bring Mahasatipatthana that the Buddha taught and inspire you to practice here. Now is the appropriate time. I would like to invite Most Venerable Sayadaw Bhaddanta Wirosana would be kind to give advice to all practitioners who being here. Thank you very much.
Bhavana Kutuka Sirana Vidya, Imiro Lomasia Lomasamba, Loshi and Temero and Odessi in Adia, Jama in Chala, Yatin Saki, Rodanam, and Logi Shana Nikoa, Meshana Bojana Ibana, Meko, Chichi, Lenya Jua, Adi, Yama.
Can you? Yeah. It's clear. It's not clean. Can you outside? Yeah. It's better. Outside better. Okay, wait a minute. I can use this one.
Buddha Tadanato Nadamaya Saseshikuni Kosa Pedri Taudoya Chisashakuni Udu Himanda Samna Yadi Tuzamona So Seti
Today is
Nata Nasari Guni November Nasashavi Ingadi
today 26 November 2024.
Phetchabun, Khao
In Thailand, the Khao province and Kamsong city and district. The International Buddhist Study College IBSC and the Mahachulalongkornrajavidyalaya University. We are coming to join the International Insight Meditation Retreat. Today, why we are coming to practice meditation and why we want to observe the Buddha teachings. Because we want to be happiness and peace and also free from the sufferings. That's the reason why we come to hear. Always know Buddha teachings. We know the cause and effort of the practice meditation. If we know benefits, the practice of the meditation. If we want to be the good effort, we must to try the best. We have to practice as much as we can, not only for this life, but also for future life. We must to practice differently. If we can get the benefit, we can remove unbeneficial things in our life. If we can try to get the beneficial things, that's for this lifetime and future life. We never sufferings. Concerning about that, the Buddha talked to the Buddha teaching, we call Tathagata. It means that
အကျိုးရှိတဲ့
we
မှန်သ
know
မျှ
the
ကို
benefits things
ဆက်လက်ပြီး
and
ဆောင်ရွက်ကြရ
also
မှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်
we can remove the
အကျိုး
unbeneficial
မရှိ
things.
တာတွေကိုပယ်ရှားရမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဒီကနေ့
If we can remove
ဗုဒ္ဓသာသနာတော်
unwholesome
ကို
things
ပြု
and
ပြီး
beneficial things, we will get the wholesome things and
ဗုဒ္ဓရှင်တော်မြတ်ဘု
benefits
ရားရဲ့အ
things.
ဆုံးအမဩဝါဒ
So
အတိုင်း
today
လိုက်နာကျင့်သုံးနေထိုင်ကြတဲ့ကျောင်းသားကျောင်းသူများ
we are trying to practice meditation here.
မိမိတို့သင်ယူနေတဲ့သင်တန်းစာများ
We are learning in the
ဒီစာ
classroom.
တွေကိုသင်ခြင်းအပြင်မိမိရဲ့အကျိုးများတဲ့တရားပုဂ္ဂိုလ်များလည်း
We are listening the Dhamma talk from the Master.
ယောဂီတို့လော
These
ကုတ္
are
တရာကျော်
benefits
များ
for us,
ရသည်ကိုမိမိတို့ကိုယ်တိုင်
not
သိရှိ
only
ပြီး
for you, but also for society.
ဒီလိုကောင်းတဲ့အလုပ်များကိုရအောင်ယူပြီးရရှိတဲ့ကံမှာလည်း
For this
ဆက်
reason
လက်
why
ပြီး
we have to learn as much as we can.
အာရုံပုဂ္ဂိုလ်များသင်ယူမှတ်သားစေပြီးလောကအကျိုးလောကုတ္တရာအကျိုး
By practice
ကောင်းတဲ့
meditation,
ဘက်က
by learning the
အ
Buddha
ဘက်ဘက်က
teachings,
ကျေးဇူးပြုနိုင်ရ
we
အောင်
can observe, we can
သိဉာဏ်
serve
ရှိတာ
all the
ပြီး
people
တတ္တကသမ္ပဇင်အနေအပြင်နဲ့
to get the happiness and peace.
ကြိုးကြိုးစားစားရအောင်ယူလို့မိမိတို့သင်ယူမှတ်သားနေတဲ့
Now we are trying the best to understand the Buddha teachings.
ကြိုးစားမှုရှိခြင်းအပြင်အောင်မြင်မှုအပြည့်အဝရတဲ့ဒီ
If we try the best to practice meditation, we can get the benefits.
ဒီလိုပြုလုပ်ဆောင်ရနေခြင်းဟာ
That's we doing.
တင့်တော်ရဲဆိုတဲ့အနေထားအမှ
That is a good situation and opportunity.
အပ္ပယသမ္ပဇင်
This is the situation.
အများကမကဲ့ရဲ့
This situation is the good things.
ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်မှန်တယ်များတင့်တော်ရဲ
Nobody save you. That is not good.
ပယ်ရှား
Everyone, they think you that is the good situation. That is
ပြု
a
လုပ်
good
ဆောင်ရွက်နေကြတာဖြစ်ပါတယ်
intention.
မိမိကိုယ်တိုင်စိတ်စိတ်ကြည့်တဲ့အခါမှာ
If we
အကျိုးရှိ
explore
တဲ့လုပ်ငန်းလည်းဖြစ်
ourselves,
တယ်
we
တင့်တော်
know
တဲ့လုပ်ငန်းလည်းဖြစ်တယ်
this practice is very
နှလုံးသွင်း
very
စိတ်တွေ
nice
ကြည့်
for
မိမိ
us.
ကိုယ်တိုင်လည်းအာရတဲ့သဘောကျ
If we explore ourselves, we are satisfying ourselves because we're doing the meditation
နှလုံးသွင်း
practice.
နိုင်တယ်ဆိုရင်အကျိုးရှိတဲ့လုပ်ငန်းတွေကိုမလုပ်ဘဲမနေနိုင်ဘူး
If we remind about the good things,
မလုပ်ဘဲမနေနိုင်ဘူး
we can do
ဒါကို
the good things.
ပါဠိဟာရိကပညာလို့
That's we call Hariya Panya.
မိထားခဲ့
Is mean the proper wisdom.
ဒီပါဠိဟာရိကပညာဟာ
The proper wisdom means
အကျိုးများ
not only for the
အလောကုတ္တရာ
ordinarily, but also the
အရှိပြုတာ
unordinarily.
အတိညာအဲ့ဒီအတိညာများကိုဒီကနေ့
That's kind of the wisdom.
အကျိုးကိုလိုလားကြတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်မှန်သမျှဟာ
We can get it
မိမိတို့
because
ကိုယ်တိုင်
we want to practice
စီးစေးပြီး
in learning
မိမိ
meditation.
တို့တိုင်းနိုင်ငံအသီးသီးမှာအပင်မခံပြီးဒီနေရာဒီတာနာ
You
မှာ
see,
ရောက်
now we are come from
အကျိုးရှိတဲ့လုပ်ငန်း
around the
တွေ
world.
တဲ့လုပ်ငန်းတွေ
why we are coming to here because we need to learn the Buddha teaching
သက်တဲ့ခန္ဓာကိုတည်နေတဲ့ဘက်တစ်ပတ်လုံး
deeply
မိမိတို့သိမှတ်သားခဲ့တဲ့
until people time.
ဘုသူ
We
တ
have to learn it
ပညာ
in
ရဲ့
the practice of Buddha
အားလုံး
teachings.
နောက်တော့ကာလ
Not
မှာ
only inside the classroom, but also
အ
we
သုံး
are
ပြုခြင်း
here.
အပြင်မိမိရဲ့အကျိုးများ
That
မိ
is
မိကိုအမိပြုကြတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်မှ
beneficial
မှာလည်း
for us.
အကျိုးများမယ်ဆိုတဲ့အသိစိတ်မိမိတို့ရဲ့တဏ္ဍာမှာအမြဲတမ်းသိအောင်ပြီး
This good essence we should be reminded anytime.
ပြင်မတိကိုပဒါနမထားပဲ
Of course, today we are coming to here. That is not easy. Sometimes very hard and sometimes very tired. But we must to keep it that we are doing the good things, not only for ourselves, but also for other people.
မိမိတို့မှာ
So that's the reason why we have to remind that we are
မိမိတို့စူးစမ်း
suffers
တဲ့ပုံ
for
မှာမိ
people.
မိတို့နဲ့ထက်တန်တဲ့ ဂုဏ်တွေ
So if we try the
ဒီက
best,
နေ့ရလာချ
we
က်
can get
မိမိ
the
တို့ကိုယ်
good
တိုင်
result.
အားပေးဖို့ကာယကဝိရိယ
The result is
မိမိရဲ့
make,
စိတ်
make,
ကို
make me
အားပေးဖို့
happy.
စေတသိက်
And
ဝိ
also
ရိယ
you,
ဓာတ်ဟောသား
that we
နဲ့
call Kayika.
ဒီလိုအခြေအနေမျိုး
Kayika
မှာ
means the bodily
Ah,
happiness.
ရောက်နေကြတယ်ပေါ့အကျဉ်းချင်းခါခါနှလုံးသွင်းပြီးရင်
So we can get
ဒီကနေ့
not only
ဘုရားရှင်တော်မြတ်
the
ဘုရား
physical
ရဲ့ဆုံးမ
happiness,
ဩဝါ
but
ဒ
also
နဲ့
the mental happiness.
ကာယဝိရဏစိတ်ဓာတ်ဓမ္မတို့ကိုဆို
This
ရတဲ့
happiness we can remind that in our
မြင့်မြတ်ဆုံး
life
ဖြစ်တဲ့
we will be happy
မဲ့ညာဘု
in
ရားနိဗ္
peace.
ဗာန်ချမ်း
So
သာကို
finally we can get
ရဖို့
the jhana and nibbana sukha,
နောက်ဆုံးဘုန်းကြီးတို့
the peace
တည်ယူ
and
တဲ့ပညာ
the
ရည်
ultimate
တဲ့
truth.
မှာ
At least
အမြဲ
we
ဆုံး
are learning the Buddha
အနိစ္စဒုက္ခ
teachings.
အနတ္တလက္ခဏာရဲ့သုံးပါးကိုသိရှိပြီးအနိစ္စဒုက္ခအနတ္တ
We can
လက္
now
ခဏာ
understand the
ရဲ့
three
သုံးပါးအ
characteristics:
စုံသံဃာက
impermanence, sufferance, and
နိ
non-self.
ဗ္ဗာန်ချမ်းသာ
And
ခြင်း
finally, we can
ဒီနေ့
see
မိမိတို့သင်
the
မှတ်
end
သားနေ
of
တဲ့
the
ဒီထားမှာ
samsara means
ဒီနေရာ
arhanta.
ဒီဌာနကအတ္တိလောက်မြင့်မြတ်တဲ့အကျိုးကျေးဇူးတွေကြားတဲ့အတိကို
This
မိမိ
play,
တို့ကို
this time,
သင်ယူပေးလိုက်တာ
this
ဖြစ်ပါတယ်
event is more beneficial to
အဲ့ဒီလို
overcome
သင်
the
ယူပို့
sufferings
ချပေးတဲ့အခါ
and
မှာ
learn
လည်း
its Buddha teaching, the
မိမိတို့
practice
ကိုယ်
and
တိုင်ပြမ
meditation.
တိကိုပဒါနမထားပဲကျေကန္တလာကန္တနေတာအပြင်သင်ယူမှတ်သားခြင်းအပြင်တသက်တာကလပန်နေစေရတာလူပြတ်တယ်လို့
So today we come into here to practice and learn and meditation. That is not overcoming for suffering, but also to see the real happiness, the end of the sufferings, the ultimate truth. Sometimes we can't practice anytime, but it doesn't matter. If you have the time to devote your life, you need to reflect the Buddha teachings. It's very short time, it's very moment. We can overcome the sufferings. We already know the Buddha taught already. If we practice the mindfulness, you can overcome the sufferings. The Buddha already taught why you didn't practice the Buddha teaching. The Buddhist promise to us, if you practice the mindfulness meditation, you can overcome the sufferings. If you don't do the good deeds and if you don't practice the meditation, you will lose the human life. It's very difficult to live in your life. Now we are live. Now we are human. We can understand the Buddha teachings, but not anymore. Now we have a food. Now we have a place. Now we have a master. Now we will have a chance to understand Buddha teachings. But some of the people, they can die without understanding Buddha teaching. So many people, they don't have a chance to listen in the Dhamma talk. They never understand the Buddha teaching. They don't have a chance to practice meditation, but they died. But now, you and me, we have a chance to practice meditation. Now we have a good time, the good master, and a good place, good food. That is, we are good lucky. So Buddha Sasana, the Buddhist destination, already 2,500 years ago, but maybe the end of 5,000 years ago. So now we have the Buddha Sasana. Of course, the Buddha Sasana, they will have the naturally, but some people, they never look at the Buddha Sasana. They never understand the Buddha Sasana. But now you and me, we are propagation the Buddha Sasana. We have a chance to develop the Buddha Sasana. We have a chance to distribution the Buddha Sasana. So the Buddha taught like a Sila, Samadhi, Panya. There's a three kinds of the Sasana. If we observe in the Sila, there is a distribution for Sila Sasana. If you practice the mindfulness meditation, it's a distribution of Samadhi sasana.
သီလမဲ့တယ်
So if we practice sila, samadhi, panya, we can get the three kinds of the sikha: sila sikha, samadhi sikha, and panya sikha.
ကာယဝေဒနာစိတ်ဓာတ်ဓမ္မလို့ခေါ်ဆိုရတဲ့တတိပဌာန်
So according to Mahasatipatthana Sutta, the Buddha mentioned the four categories, right? Kaya, Vedana, Citta, Dhamma. There's a four kinds of the
မိမိတို့ရဲ့တဏ္ဍာမှာ
the foundation of the mindfulness. If we practice, we have automatically the fulfilled
ဒီ
of
သီ
the
လမဲ့တယ်
sila, samadhi,
ပြည့်စုံ
panya.
သွားတဲ့အခါ
If we complete, if
ဒီ
we
အချင်းကိုများ
fulfill the
ဘုရား
sila,
တဏ္ဍာမှာသီလသာသနာတည်တယ်
the sila sasana is mean the morality distinction
တည်တယ်
in our mind, in our
ဒီ
country,
တော့ကိုယ်
in
လည်း
the
ကျုပ်
world.
သွားတယ်
So the time we
ကိုယ်
are
လည်း
safe,
ကျုပ်
our
သွားတယ်
mind,
ကိုယ်လည်းကျုပ်တယ်
our body action, our body action. If we observe
ဝစီ
body
ဒု
action,
စရိုက်၄ပါး
body
ဒီက
action,
ပြည့်စုံခြင်းအပြင်
and mental action. So bodily
ဒီအ
action
ချင်းကိုကျင့်တဲ့တပြိုင်တည်း
is 3,
မိမိရဲ့
body action is a 4,
လိုက်တဲ့တပြိုင်တ
mental
ည်း
action is a 3. If we observe the 10 kinds of
ဒုစရိုက်၄ပါး
akusala kamapara,
တေရှားပြည့်
thus we are doing the sila sasana.
နှလုံးသွင်းဖို့လိုပါတယ်ဒီကာယဒုစရိုက်ခုနှစ်ပါးနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီး
If we can overcome and remove the unwholesome things, the akusala
သီလပြည့်စုံ
dusayite,
တို့လို့တော့ပါပြီ
we are observing
ကိုယ်
the
နဲ့ပတ်သက်
precepts.
တဲ့ဒုစရိုက်တရားမရှိရင်ချမ်းသာ
We don't have any kinds of the unwholesome things concerning with the barber. We don't have any kinds of the unwholesome thing concerning with barber,
သီလ
mental,
သာသနာ
and
ဒီ
body.
ကမှာတည်တဲ့တပြိုင်တည်း
If we observe in
ဘုန်းကြီးတို့
the moral distinction, sila sasana,
အာယုပြုပြီး
if we can remind this kind of the sila sasana,
ယေတိသပိတာတုတကေတိ
actually, if we died, after dying, we never go to the apaya, it's a hell. We never ever going to
တားမြစ်နိုင်တယ်ဆိုတာ
the full apaya. This is the prevention because the sila can prevent the full apaya. If we continue the practice sama vayama, sama sati, sama samadhi, this is the three kinds of the concentration. So in Satipatthana Sutta, Kaya Nupassana, Vedana Nupassana, Citta Nupassana, Dhamma Nupassana. If we practice the full kinds of the Anupassana, any kinds of one method you can practice, and if you contemplate the full kinds of the foundation, your mind is only focused on your awareness and meditation objects. That is a samadhi sasana. If you try to practice the full foundation of the mindfulness, your mind is stably in happiness. This kind of the samadhi, the three kinds of the samadhi, is me sama vayama, sama sati, sama samadhi. There's three kinds of the magga. If we complete, we are samadhi sasana. We can observe, we can maintain the concentration sasana.
Some say
appear in the world.
ရနေခြင်းဟာ
Now we have a chance. Now we are very lucky to see the Buddha Sasana. You're also one of the person to observe in the Sila Sasana, Samadhi Sasana, Panya Sasana.
ငါကြားရခြင်းသည်
The Buddha also already mentioned about the listening Dhamma talk is one of the benefits for us. If you listen in the Dhamma talk,
ဘုရားရှင်တော်
you can overcome the sufferings.
ဗုဒ္ဓသာသနာတော်ဘုရားပွင့်မှသာသည်
Buddha Sasana is appear because of the Buddha.
ဘုရားတနာဘောင်း
There is not the Buddha. We don't understand the Buddha Sasana.
သာသနာကွယ်သွားပြီ
So without Buddha, there is no the Buddha Sasana. There is no Buddha Sasana. We never ever understand the Buddha teaching. We never understand the Samatha. We never understand the Vipassana.
နာယမတာကွယ်အာတုကွယ်မရရင်
If we don't have that kind of the chance to practice meditation, there is no Magga, Phala, and Nibbana. There is no Magga, Phala, Nibbana. We never end of the samsara.
မိမိတို့
So today,
ရခဲ့တဲ့
you have to try the best to practice. Now you are human.
ဘုရားပတိလာဘောသူဘုရားနာ
You should be good. You should be. You should to be the good person. The people to be the people to was born like a people is very difficult. We call Manosata Bhavo Donlabo.
ကျောင်းသားကျောင်းသူများ
Was to be the human being is very difficult. Now you have already the
ဒီလို
chance.
ရဲ့ပတ်ဝန်းကျင်မှာကြည့်လိုက်
You are human being.
လူတွေကအများကြီး
There's a lot of people in our society.
ဘုရားရှင်တော်မြတ်ဘုရားဟောခဲ့တဲ့တရားဟာတရားဖြစ်ဖို့ရှိ
The Buddha
ဒီ
taught
နိုင်ငံလုံးကြည့်လိုက်တရားနိုင်ငံ
the Buddha teachings,
ဘာလို့ချုပ်ကြည့်နေဆိုရင်
but some people they are confused of the Buddha teachings because there's a lot of people. So some people they confuse the Buddha teachings. But if we can see briefly, there's the population 800,000 million people. So 8,000 million people, the people that believe the Buddha teachings. One of the sutta is me Sanghasita Sutta. The Buddha mentioned explaining that to be human is very difficult. So the Buddha he taught the explaining. He gave the example that one day the Buddha he take the sand. The sand is very little in the finger. So and after that the Buddha asked to his disciple, "Oh, disciple, which one is the much more?" So I have some sand in my hand, but the other sand is on the ground. So which one is the much more? So the disciple they answered that the sand is a little in your hand, my Lord Buddha. There's a lot of sand in the ground. The answers to the Buddha. The Buddha said to them, now here, there's a lot of animal and the animal they live in the ground, the animal living in the water. There's a lot of animal in our world. So the human and animals, the animal is much more than the human. That's like an ant, insect, snake, but that we cannot count because there's a lot of animal. They are much more than the human population. The human population is limited, but the animal is not limited. So that's why one country, maybe one place, one place, one country, we cannot count how many animate like ants and snakes and insects, but we can count the human beings. So population is just less than, but animal is much more than population. So that's reason why that was to be the human being is very difficult, very difficult. So there's a lot of animal in our world, but the human is just less. So the Buddha talked continuously. Of course, in my hand I have some sand. So the people is very less than people. There's a lot of sand on the ground. There's like an animal. There's a full kinds of the apaya. Like a needle, it's like a hungry gosh, an animal. So that's reason why there's a very difficult to was to be the human being. So that's why today you already have a chance that's to be the human being, and now you have a chance to practice meditation. You must do when you say you have to explore yourself. I have the good chance that's to be the human being. Now I have a one chance to listen in the Dhamma talk. Now I have a chance to practice meditation. But the enemy they can't. The other people they can't. Some other people they just was born 1 day or 2 day. After 2 day they were dying. But some people they are live long, maybe 18 or 17 years, but they never understand. They never have a chance to listen to Dhamma talk. But now you have a chance. Now you have to understand the Nama Rupa. You can explore the Namas and Rupas. Finally, we will die. We must die. The 1 day. So people, we die. We must to explore ourselves. So the Buddha mentioned in the Sutta, in the world, our life depends on the force categorized. It's me karma, jaitat, and weather and treatments. There's a four kinds of the harat. Our life is depends on karma, jeta, utu, ahara. Karma means action, jeta is consciousness, utu is me healthy, and ahara is the treatments. We have to careful that's to be a full kinds of the categories. If we careful about the first category, we can be live long over some things. Even though the Buddha taught the 100 year lifespan, but most of the people they was dying only 17 years old. They cannot live long like a 100. So now 75 years. Really? Okay. So the people they think we are live long. So today we have a chance to practice meditation. Unfortunately, we can die very early. Unfortunately, we will be died. So sometime we never expect that to die, but we will die. We don't know the 1 day. We don't know the day we will die. So that's reason why, if you are living now, you have a chance. You can explore yourself. and you're trying to understand the Buddha teaching, because we don't know the date to die. Sometimes the people is born and die, sometimes they have an accident. So any kinds of the situation we can die. So the people also every day, every moment, every minute, the people they will die. So you have to be understand that, because we will die, we must die one day, but we don't know the time, date, and the place. So before this kind of situation is not coming to us, we have to try to practice meditation. The Buddha taught we have a 1 hour lifespan, but most of the people is only 70 years old. So that's a very short time. So if you have a short time, you need to explore. You have to practice every time, every moment. So finally, whenever you are good, the most good lucky person, you must do time. Any kinds of the people, we must die. So the women, the monks, the childs, the parents, everyone, we must do time. Sometimes we never expected the situation that to be done. And according to the Buddha Sasana, we have a one venerable, his name is Bakula. Venerable Bakula, he is very long lifetime, 160 years old. He never ever fever, he never ever like disease. He have a good healthy. He have a 160 years. He live in the Buddha Sasana. There is no one. There is no one other than him. Only 120, only 100, but he just only 160 years old. He just only one live long. But he have died one day. Even though the Buddhas, he was only the Buddha also mentioned 100 lifespan. But even though the Buddha also only 18 years old, whenever he mentioned 100-year lifespan, the Buddha have to die 80 years old. So that's the reason why the death is coming to us anytime, any situation. We didn't expect, but they can come to see you anytime. Now we are talking to you about the importance of the human life. You need to explore. I have a chance that was to be the human being. I have a chance listening to Tamato. I have a good time to practice meditation. Now you have a good 4 things. You can get not only the jhana, but also the nibbana sukha. So depend on you. You have to practice. That's to asana. Now you have a uh, master. You are all lucky, my dear. You have to think we are lucky one. You have to remind anytime, oh, we are lucky. We are so lucky that's to come to practice, because the Mahachulalongkornrajavidyalaya University, the International Buddhist College, they have a rules and regulation. This regulation has to practice mindfulness meditation. That is a good chance for you. If you can practice as much as you can move happiness and peace. That's the reason why you are not, you already were to be the human being. You see the Buddha Sasana, you see the Buddhist teachings, you have a chance to practice meditation, you have a listening Dhamma talk. If you now have a chance to listen in the Dhamma talk, after that, you have a chance to practice meditation. That's a lot of good things for you. Whenever you have a difficult things, now you have a listen in the Dhamma talk. Now you are trying to practice meditation. Now you see the Buddha Sasana. Now you have a chance. Buddha Sasana, listening the Dhamma talk, the seeing the master. But just not satisfied after listening the Dhamma talk, you have to practice. You must to practice. Without the practice, the knowledge, and it's not useful for you. So listening the Dhamma talk, after that, you have to practice. If you practice, you will be overcome the sufferings. You will see the happiness. If we practice physically and practically, we can overcome any kinds of the difficult. You have to follow the instruction by the meditation master. Not just talk, show your action. Not just for show. Just doing action. So step by step, you can be achieve the happiness and a real happiness. So today, the IBSC and Mahachulalongkorn, they lay down the rules and regulation. The regulation is not only for the world. One by one day, and after one day, we can practice slowly, and deeply, and clearly. We can observe the full foundation of the mindfulness. So finally, we can get the not only the mental happiness but also the physical happiness. So not only listening the Dhamma talk, it means sutta. Suttas mean the listening. So not only listening the Dhamma talk, but also the practice, the physically. You can understand separately nama rupa. We can see nature dukkha anatta. You can see impermanence, sufferance, and non-self. You will see this one is the nama, mind. This one's the rupa, is body. You can explore the mind and body. That's kind of the wisdom. Make you happy, make you satisfied, make you more believe to the Buddha. And also we can remove lobha dosa moha. And also we can overcome the wrong view and avarice. And finally, we can see Sotapanna, Takarakana, and finally, Arhatamaka. Actually, if we listen in the Dhamma talk, after that, we have to practice. Just only one short time, we can understand the real Buddha teachings. So continuously, if you practice the mindfulness, awareness, and mindfully, you can remove not only the wholesome things, but also you will have the happiness. So now we are practice meditation. We can reduce and remove the unwholesome things. If you become a anakamimaka, you are totally remove the unwholesome things, it defilements. So you can remove all kinds of the kilesa. So that's why the Buddha taught to us. Actually, if you are unable to give Sotapanna Sakadana, those 65, please continue to be the Anakamimaka. Never stop to practice. That's to be the Arhanta. So never stop to practice. The end of the way it does to be the Arhanta. That is the Buddha teachings. So that is the Buddha teaching. That's why we should practice. If we practice, we have a Buddha teaching. If we don't have the Buddha teaching, you never understand the Buddha. So if you want to explore the other person, the person who is not Buddha teaching, who have Buddha teaching or not, if you want to explore the other, you must to explore yourself. That's to understand Buddha teaching. The Buddha already gave us to Buddha teaching, and also we have to listen in the Buddha teaching, and also we must to practice the Buddhist meditation. After that, you can explore at the time. You will know the person he is Buddha teaching. He have Buddha teachings or not. The eight of the Buddha time. The Buddha time. One of the Benribe. His name is Sitila. He is like a Tipitaka. He is learning and knowledge. He is a learner and knowledgeable person. But the Buddha never preached to him. The Buddha called to him, Dosa Potila. Dosa Potila. So that's why you are Dosa Potila. You are useless person. Even though you understand the Tipitaka and Buddha teaching, but you never practice. You you just know Nama Rupa. You just understand Nibbana, but you just know the Buddha teaching, but you never practice. You never practice. That's why you're useless very well. You will die again and again. You know the Nibbana is there is no die. So if you never ever realize the Nibbana, you will die again and again. You were born again and again. So even though you know the Tipitaka, even though you know the Buddha teaching, without practice, you will die again and again. You were born again and again. So if you want to stop your dying in your life, you need to practice meditation to see the Nibbana. Nibbana cannot stop. Nibbana can be stopped, the dying and born. So that's why the Buddha taught Dosa Potila. Useless Benribe. Now you know the Buddha teaching in the classroom. You learn it from the master and lecturer. But without the practice, you are useless. So the learning, the Buddha teaching is me, the sanyanti, is me, the knowledge. It's not only wisdom, not wisdom. So the practice it does to see the wisdom. So knowledge and wisdom and does to see nibbana. Without the wisdom, you are unable to see nibbana. So it was the Buddha time, one of the Ben River, Potila. So he is a good person. It's me. He understands the Buddha teaching. He, he is the intelligent person, the excellent knowledge. Most of the people, they afraid of him because he asks so many Buddha teaching, but no one have to talk to him because he know everything Buddha teaching. So he trying to someone to talk the Buddha teaching, but everyone afraid to him. So finally, the Putila, he requests to Kammatthana to practice meditation. But finally, the Samanida, he found the Samanida. So he requests to Samanida, Samanida, please give me uh, the way to practice. He gave me the practice way because I just knowing the knowledge, but I never practice the wisdom. So please give me the chance to practice. Please give me chance the ways to be the Arhanta. But Samanera, he is the Arhanta. You just knowing is nothing. If you know, you must to practice. Without practice, it's not anywhere to see the real Buddha's teachings. Now today, you are learning in International Buddhist Study College and MCU. Some students they will be graduates very soon. So you just learning, and after that, what you want to do. If you just learning or not, according to the classroom, we have to learn in the Buddha teachings. The university, they give the lecture that's to understand the Buddha teaching. That is just only knowledge. It's not the wisdom. So you have to practice the meditation. If we practice Vipassana meditation, we will more explore the Buddha teaching. We will see the Buddha. The Buddha, even though he practiced 6 years, is the wrong way. That I told before, 8 kinds of the Noble Eightfold Path. In the Noble Eightfold Path, we call Sila, Samadhi, Panya. If we practice according to the Noble Eightfold Path, if we practice about the 3 kinds of the categorized, we can see the real happiness, and also we can be Sodapanna, Sakadakana, and finally, if we have the full practice, we can have the Arhatamak, Arhatafo is me, the Nibbana, the ultimative. So the Potila he requests to the Samanera first time, second time, and third time. This Mahatera Potila he requests to the Samanera to give the Dhammatov the first time, second time, and third time. So Mahapotila he crying, he upset because he know everything. He learning too much, but he never understand the Buddha teachings without the wisdom. So that's why he crying, he upset. There is no one to talk to him. There is no one to talk to Dhammatov. Just only one Samanera. So the Samanera, he talked to the Potila. Okay, Venerable, if you follow in my instruction, I will give you the practical way. The Samanera, when he said that, the Potila, he said that, I'm so happy. I will follow instruction to you as much as I can. There is no mana, there is no conceit, There is no the wrong view. But the time the Bodhila he doesn't have the conceit. The conceit is really bad to see the Buddha teachings because he have a mana. Mana means conceit. So you are the proud of yourself. You have a conceit. That's why you are not unable to see the Buddha teaching. But now you have a chance to listen to the Dhamma talk from me. I will give you the Dhamma talk. But you have to remove your conceit. So the Buddhila finally he promised to the Samanera, okay, I will remove my conceit. I'm not proud of myself. So that's why the Samanera is started to be Dhamma talk to the Venerable Buddhila. So finally, the Samanera, he started to instruction to the Buddhila. What he taught. So he mentioned the one bus, one Buddha teaching. The Buddha teaching is only one like a mountain, a small mountain. There's a 6 kind of the door. The 6 door. So inside the small mountain, we have the red. The red is there's a 6 entrance, but inside only one red. The red is he can be going outside the 6 kind of the door. But the same way, red is like a mind. So 6 door is like your eye, ear, nose, and body. So you should close one by one. If you focus to your mind, you need to close your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. You just only open your mind. So if you open your eye, you need to close your ear, nose, tongue, body. Just only open one door to see what happened, to see the nature in Dhamma. If you hear the sound, just only you must to explore, I'm here. But you need to close eye, nose, tongue, body, and mind. So whenever you are here, whenever you see, just explore. That's here, I'm here, I see. No need to explore. Just here, you have to explore your mind. It's not what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste. Just explore your mind. So finally, the Bodhila, he got to the Arhatama, that he become to be the Arhanta. So according to this, the example, we are learning so many things from the classroom and the Buddha teaching. Now, if we take care of ourselves, if we explore one door by one door, we can see the real happiness, we can see the real Buddha. If we see, if we hear, that is benefit, you just accept. If you see, if you hear, that is not benefit for you, you just neglect and ignore. So whatever you see, whatever you hear, just only accept. And you need to explore with your mind. So today, the International Buddhist College, IBSC, and MCU, all of the students, they come to here just to practice mindfulness meditation, and you will have the achievements, the happiness, and nibbana, and sukha. If you do practice asavasa yukin, you will have the happiness, not only this slide, but also the next slide. So the trying to practice meditation, you will get the happiness and real ultimate sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu.
But I